Woke up today in a real bed, had some of my own granola for breakfast, and I'm about to head out. About 7:30. The high today is 35, so it's going to be a brisk hiking day. That's partially why I want to just go and not dilly-dally. Yeah, good night, good company, all is well, and back to the trail. Well, it was forecasted to be kind of rainy and maybe even snow and really overcast, but as of right now, we have pretty clear blue skies. I see one cloud kind of rolling in, but it looks like the forecast might have changed, which is super exciting because I'm going up to Max Patch today, which is supposed to have really incredible views if you can see anything. So maybe things are looking up. Still gonna be cold as all heck though. That's all right. If I just keep moving, it shouldn't be too bad. But today is a real glove kind of day, so first time for everything, but real gloves are coming out. It's so cold. It is so cold. Everything is freezing. We all are freezing. We're definitely walking in below freezing temperatures. I think it's because we went up so high. Elevation-wise, we've gone up like 2,000 feet. Also, that's why my asthma is really kicking in. Having a quite difficult time breathing between the cold and the elevation. Really is my kryptonite, but you know what? We're getting there. That thing right there is the strange looking communications tower that is set on Gut Hook. It really does look like a weird spaceship. There's also kind of an odd humming coming out of it, which is truly bizarre. But you know what? It's also kind of cool, and I have great service up here, so that's a win, I guess. Freezing cold, walking very quickly to get off this nice bald. It's beautiful up here, but it's freezing cold. It's snowing. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Some little flurries here and there. Yep, there it is. Snow. So cold, and it is so miserable right now. And this part I'm doing is so steep. The asthma cough is real. Because of the cold and the elevation, it's all just, today's been a hot mess for me. I just took a little lunch break in a gap, hoping that would block the wind. It did not. I feel like I froze my hands off. I'm now walking up a hill with my hands in my pockets and just dragging my poles behind me, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm only 5 something or another to this shelter for this evening. I'm really just dragging myself there because I'm generally really extremely miserable. It's funny because the sun is out sometimes, but it is so cold and so windy that the sun makes it just bearable. Just a little bearable, not like pleasant. It's all just... You'll have to forgive me for not filming a whole bunch. I have to take my hands out of my pockets, which is freezing cold. I'm not a fan of, so I'm filming quite sparingly. The sun came out for an ever so brief moment. But I checked, it is 28 degrees up here, plus the wind is blowing like nobody's business. So with the wind chill, it's probably even lower. Super fun times on the AT, man. But I'm only like less than 2 miles from camp. So that is a freaking win. Oh, the sun. Oh gosh. Why is there not more sun? Where's the sun?
So it's very cold. It's about 6 p.m. and we're all in our sleeping bags because it's freezing cold. I'm just gonna watch some downloaded Netflix, maybe do some editing, and then try to sleep. But I'm so cold right now, and it's miserable.
Well, I'm off. It's 8:30. I have no idea if this mic is even picking up what I'm saying because it's underneath my buff. It is so freaking cold. Oh my goodness. All of our water froze last night. So I had to like bang it against the poles in the shelter trying to loosen it up. I was able to get enough loosened so I could boil it. And then I poured it back in my water bottle and melted a bunch of the other ice. That's about the best I could do though. Had some of my granola because I cannot hike without eating. I currently cannot feel my toes at all. I just started to regain some feeling in my fingers, but I have to keep them in my pockets. Otherwise, they just go right back to being freezing. It's kind of miserable, but you know what? 17 miles to hot springs, and then I can get in a warm shower. And that's really just keeping me very motivated to half run down this trail. Because oh my gosh, all I want to do is be inside and be warm. That's it. That's all I want right now. Just for a quick little demonstration of how cold it is, I stepped/slipped into a stream crossing a little while ago, and my feet got wet, and the water has now frozen to the outside. And that was maybe 20 minutes ago, and it's already frozen slush. Pulling through with some trail magic. I've basically had no water because it's all frozen. So I saw some day hikers, they walked past me and I was like, you guys don't happen to have any extra water, do you? And they said, we do, we're just out for the day. And then they gave me a croissant and an orange, which is just so nice. I mean, I had cold granola and that's all I've eaten all day long. I don't really have lunch because I did not plan well enough, or because I thought I was going into hot springs. I was like, I don't need lunch, I'll just get there early. But I'm not getting there early. So I'm just, thank you, day hikers. Thank you.
Alrighty, so crazy change in plans. Some trail magic appeared at one of these gaps, and I'm gonna get a ride into town with them. I'm only 6 miles from Hot Springs, but I'm cold and I'm miserable, and they offered a ride, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And then they're gonna drive me back out to the same gap tomorrow, so I'll just do the 6 in the morning, which I'm fine with. I think I'm gonna double zero anyway, so I'll still get a full zero next day, but it's whatever. But yes, that's the current plan. I'm escaping the cold because I'm not having it. This is one of those things that a lot of times I feel kind of weird because I'm like, does this make me like a less tough through hiker because I'm getting a ride and bailing out 6.6 miles early when it's only 6.6, but hike your own hike, man. I'm gonna come out and do it tomorrow anyway. It's all whatever. It's all in your own head. Like, whatever works for you, that's what works. And right now I'm freaking cold. I'm kind of in pain. I've been doing big days and the ride was offered. This is what happens. I knew coming down this gap that I could not stop here for a break. Otherwise I would never get up again because I needed to boomerang myself up the hill. But here I was stopping and now I'm going to town. make it to town and I always forget to film. So I got to the hostel, the Laughing Heart Hostel, and I got my room. I'm by myself, which is kind of nice, and just a simple twin bed. Nothing special, but also super comfortable. I got here a little bit earlier than expected, which was nice, so I got to hang out with Wetsuit and Jolly Green again, and also meet a whole bunch of new people, which are also super cool, and I really like them. I met another person who's 19, so that's kind of fun. Hard to find really young people. Really young, meaning 18, 19-year-olds out here this year. About to head to sleep. Got a couple things at the Dollar General, some random snacks. I'm going back to the trail tomorrow morning to do the other 6 miles that I skipped this afternoon. I'm just going to take my pack a little bit less in it. I'm kind of like semi-slack pack. I'm going to go early, get back here probably around 10, get some brunch. And then I need to do an actual resupply. I need to actually wash my clothes, but I'm double zeroing, so tomorrow is technically a 0, but it's really not because I'm going to go hike. And then I'm going to do an actual 0 on Sunday. And I'll just be here in the hostel, probably mostly in my room, hang with other hikers, eating, sleeping, editing, posting, all that good stuff. Otherwise, it's been a really good day. Actually really fun. I've really been liking being in hostels because you just meet so many hikers. And we're kind of falling in with the new bubble, so there's even more new people, and that's all been really exciting. Got a shower, which was lovely. I basically turned it up to the highest heat it could possibly be at, and just stood under it because I was still chilled from the morning. And tomorrow should be nicer. It's not going to be nearly as cold, so that's a win. Alrighty, so I woke up this morning, and I got a ride back to the trail where I got off yesterday. I'm going to hike these 6 miles. My pack is tiny, because I took out all the extra stuff and I basically just left in, like, if I was to get stuck in the woods, what do I need to survive? So I'm like doing the as ultralight as I can be, which is a whole new experience. I mean, it feels like there's nothing on my back, which is kind of insane. But doing this 6 miles, just gonna kind of crank them out, do them as quick as I can, and then go back, walk right back to the diner, and get some Saturday brunch. Well, I just absolutely ate it on the ground. There was some branches like over the trail that I had to push out of the way with my hand, and I guess I stopped looking down and there was like a root or something that was hidden, and I tripped over it, and it was on this slant of a downhill, so I actually fell all the way down, like hit my knees, and then my hands like braced as I fell the last bit, so that was super fun. There's a tree. Your body just takes a beating. Like, it's hard, it's exhausting. I've tripped and fallen and twisted ankles so many times. Right now I'm having some shin problems and the top of my foot is hurting, and it's just like, you're just a hot mess. And your body is just a hot freaking mess. Really showing me that I need a 0 badly. Well, I've been sitting in this restaurant thing, kind of, for like 3 hours using their internet because the internet at the hostel is not good. Someone's coming. Anywho, internet at the hostel, no go, especially not for downloading anything. It's like good for texts, and that's about it, because there's just too many people and there's not enough bandwidth and blah blah blah, internet tech, blah. So I've been sitting at this restaurant thingy for like 3 hours using their internet, trying to download some Netflix shows so I have something to watch tonight. And yeah, I'm still in the clothes that I hiked in that have not been washed, which is super fun, so I really want to just go back and get in a shower and different clothes that are clean and take a nap and watch my Netflix, but I can't do that because I don't have anything downloaded, and now I have to download. It's just so hard. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's whatever. I had this very expensive fruit salad because I had to buy something. And yeah, that's about it for today. Went to the diner again for some breakfast and got a couple things from the Outfitter, food-wise, for resupply. Got a couple things from the Dollar General yesterday, also for resupply. I'm thinking I can probably get everything else, the random old things that I need, either at the Hillbilly Market, which I'm gonna head to after I get these things downloaded, or somewhere else, like at the hostel. We'll see. I think there's no one here right now. I'll show you around. This is one bunk room, and there's a redonkulously old TV. And then there's another bunk room in there. These are all like laundry clothes when you do our laundry, so we can clean everything. And then you have rooms on either side of the hallway. And then this is my room. Super exciting, I know. And then you have the kitchen here that has all kinds of like food and pots and pans, and then bathroom, and then laundry's outside. It's quite nice. Just left the hostel, all things very good. Had a great time staying there. It was super fun. Right there, I'm standing on the trail right now, so convenient. Everyone there was super nice. The guy who runs it, manages it, Caboose, was amazing. Great stay all around. Stayed for a long time. I was like, I have to leave, otherwise I may never leave at all. Right now I'm headed to the diner to get some breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to the Hillbilly Market and get a sub sandwich to go for lunch today, and then head on up the mountain.